Takoyaki Cafe. Located in between Guam Reef and Westin Hotel in Tumon, call them today at 648-TAMA. Hafa and welcome back. Resample Guahan is a project that three gentlemen who are part of the New Zealand delegation have been working on. They're using sounds of Guam. Here's more.
This guy brings his camera.
The Festival of Pacific Arts will conclude in a few days, and for music composer and producer Matt Salapu, aka Anonymouz, production assistant Nanai Tolovae Jr., and filmmaker Tuki Laumea, it has been an amazing creative blur. Once the trio touched ground and situated themselves, they were off capturing the sights and, more importantly, the sounds of Guam. It's all part of a project called Resample Guahan.
This is insane. It's kind of like a guitar harp, 7 strings. So when you pluck it, actually makes a really cool sound, like a tone. So might build a bass line out of whatever notes our natural bass guitar here provides us.
Resample Guahan is an original audio soundscape work created on island. This work samples from the natural environments of Guam as well as the various cultures, ethnicities, individuals, groups, and communities involved in FestPac. Salapu says that sound is a powerful medium through which you can tell stories.
We've used a local story here that has to do with a Samoan that was exiled from Samoa to Saipan, came over to Guam and eventually back to Samoa. We've used that as a loose narrative as well as the local Chamorro narrative as well as our own story. So we've kind of interwoven a lot of these stories that we're very interested in by using the local sounds to tell that story.
The trio spent their days in places like Retidian Point and Marble Cave and piecing together the soundscape in their makeshift studio at Okadu High School where they stayed.
The thing with sound is it's very unique to each location and event. You know, it's like a one-off exclusive. So everywhere we've gone, Tuki's got some amazing shots. Junior's hustled our way into some amazing places that we wouldn't normally get into. So to just have a microphone in that spot and capture that, that gives us an amazing natural resource to use for the soundscape.
In fact, Laumea said Retidian Point was the first place they hit up because of its significance to the soundscape.
It's quite key to a key part of our story because that's where you know, the character we're loosely basing this on, when he arrived in Guam, that's where he first set foot here. So it's quite a special place.
According to Salapu, this whole process has been an exercise in natural resourcing.
In the same way that Pacific Islanders, we are able to, you know, if you're in a certain environment, you can cook with whatever's there. That's in our people's nature. You're able to build accommodation and huts with whatever natural resources is available, and it's the same approach with this project. It's in terms of if we're creating a piece of music, no matter what kind of genre or style you program it in, but all those sounds that you're collating are all naturally resourced, they're all there. It's just you pressing the record button on the microphone.
Growing up on jazz and funk, expect a soundscape with a hip-hop beat.
That technique of making beats still prevails in this work, and so a lot of the soundscape will kind of have, you know, that feel of almost like a hip-hop feel because it's using the same sampling technique. So there's also the idea to have some of the beats be made available as beats so that it can be a resource for any of the local. We've met so many freestylers and rappers on this trip, and they're all very intrigued by the concept of rapping over a beat that's just made out of purely island sounds.
Earlier today, a premiere of the 20-minute soundscape was held at the Guam Museum Indoor Film Theater.
In terms of our work here, you know, we're just trying to make the most of our time here, create a cool work. If it inspires somebody out there to continue doing what they do in music, film, or whatever, that's an absolute blessing.
In case you missed it, they said Resample Guahan will be available to view online on Facebook via the Creative New Zealand page. As they prepare to make the journey back home, they take with them beautiful memories of the island.
The whole experience has just been, you know, living and breathing creativity, which is what this festival is all about. Like, you know, a lot of us, you know, we make our art in our own individual pockets around the world, but to kind of be all on the same island. And
It's been a really amazing event, and Guam's like really put it on, you know, like the people of Guam have like just gone out of their way to make everything amazing. And I just personally haven't, and I've been like everywhere in the world. I've never experienced this kind of hospitality before.
Stick around because after this quick time out, we kick off Summer of Sounds. You're watching In the Mix.